My name's Chris. I'm one of the owners of CN Rehearsal Studios. Been open here for about 2.5 years now. Just expanded from 2 rooms to extra 3 rooms. Got 5 rooms in total. This has been one of the latest rooms, room 5, the live room, where bands can come in and take photos of themselves on stage for promoting themselves and getting some nice pictures on Facebook or whatever for themselves. Well, originally I was doing covers, and of course I did some U2 songs in with the set. But it's when the opportunity came up to start a U2 tribute with some other people like myself who were big fans of U2. So I thought I'd just dive onto the opportunity, you know. So that's pretty much. I think that could be down to the council. I think they could get a lot more involved with maybe creating some venues or something, or helping existing venues with the bands. Because I don't think they do much at all, to be honest, to do with music. And yet, surprisingly, there's quite a lot of music around here in Coventry. You'd think there'd be a lot more involved. I think Coventry is actually one of the main areas, I think, for a young and upcoming band. So I'm actually quite surprised at how many bands there are around here. I mean, there's a couple of other rehearsal places in Coventry, but considering how many bands come here alone, I'm actually quite surprised at how many there are.
I'm Harry, I try to play drums. I'm Gavin, bass.
I'm Dubber and I play keyboard.
Well, I was actually in college one day. I was joining my band. I think there was an advertisement for a keyboard player, and I was for Haribo's around. So I thought, sounds like a fun person to be in a band with. So
and it's being a keyboard.
Yeah.
And then we found out.
Anyway, James. We thought we weren't. The police told us not to mention.
Well, I think we're all a big fan of ska music anyway. I mean, you know, to some extent. And I think as at the end of the day said he was starting ska band when I heard, and I just thought, you know what, I've liked ska music ever since I was the age of 12. So I thought we might as well go in for it and see how it goes.
It's different to it's different. A lot of bands with the indie route at the moment. It's nice to get something playing something different as well, some ska.
So slow it down a little bit as well.
A bit of reggae.
It's got a great history to it, isn't it? I mean, you've had some brilliant bands come from the scene, and there are a lot of talented bands out there at the moment, but it's so hard to get recognised at the moment that, you know, a lot of them probably will never see like proper big record deals or anything like that, like everywhere else. But
so what can you do? You just got to keep on working.
I gotta say, I kind of felt the music scene was better when we had venues like the Jailhouse, and that was a really epic venue, and just places that were dedicated music places.
Yeah, you find with every venue that closes down over time, you know, the music around local scene starts to stagnate a little bit. You know, the Specials coincides with an area where Coventry had loads and loads of big venues where some of the biggest artists would come to, but they're all gone now.
So. Mine are basically a lot of the older punk bands like Ramones, things, The Clash, and like old ska bands style like Specials, Madness, Bad Manners, The Beat, basically stuff like that.
I go further back with my ska route. I'm a big fan of Toots and the Maytals, the Ska Lights, a lot of the stuff that Desmond Decker released and through Cockstone Dog and his record label, and then a little bit of modern stuff as well, I suppose.
We all work together at the same school as it goes, and we jammed a bit and figured out we all kind of like the same stuff, so we sort of got that logo and the fact that
it was his fault, really. He kind of brought us together as one. He was like, oh, you can play drums, you can play bass. Yeah, you all do it for my grand idea.
Yeah, they're basically strong love into it.
What made you choose the genre of music that you played? Good question, got you, Ted.
I don't know much I like on the radio these days. You look at old tunes, 50 years time, people are still playing and people are still listening to it. You listen to stuff on the radio now, 50 years time, no one's going to know who they are. You know, a lot of the stuff in the 50s is stuff that people rehash in the 1920s and 30s, so good songs always stay the same, I think. And, you know, people like to hear some of the old stuff. I don't see anyone now playing it.
It's interesting as well because like we're all really into different genres of music. Like I'm really into like punk and reggae, and I know Graham loves his like Slade and the Sweet and all that. And then Johnny's our rock and roller. So I think it's just weird how we've all decided that this is the genre that kind of all our music's come from, and we enjoy playing. So
next question from Nate Larry. What's each of your influences? Yeah, no, I'm massively into punk music. I started playing drums when I was 15 and just punk metal bands like All the Way and all that. Yeah, that's me. I like shouting very loudly to aggressive music.
Myself, for like 40s swing big band stuff, the obvious 50s stuff, like Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran. Old man, yeah. But yeah, I got Buddy Holly, Eddie Cochran, Beatles, Dick Dale. Yeah, that's a lot of the sort of new crop bands of the 80s, 90s, garage rock all over in America. So you got all the Mullets, the Mighty Caesars, the Head Codes, a lot of the public underground garage bands, that DIY sort of ethic. And I've really sort of took a lot of that on board with the Chevys, and you don't have to be able to put a lot of money and big fancy equipment to have a good racket, I reckon.
See, I'm from the era, like I say, the glam rock. And I like Slade and Sweet Wizard. You know, the kind of bands that really don't take themselves too seriously, just in it for a giggle, you know what I mean? You get on stage and just muck about.
He likes a bit of makeup and big hair.
This is his platform moves.
I expect to see that tonight.
Maybe not. I ain't got a number to know.
Where do you guys practice regularly?
CM rehearsal studios.
CM studios.
Yeah.
No, they're great there as well, and I proper recommend to anyone. Proper friendly blokes, value for money, everything.
What do you guys think of the Coventry music scene as it is?
I think it's really good. It's weird, like you were saying about music on radio at the moment. No, I think music on the radio is shit. I swear. I think it's proper shit. Like it's either bland dance music or bland indie music. So I think like your local music scene is the place to go for good music. And around here, if you look for it, you'll find it. Like you've got people like Huffy, who's brilliant, Dawn of Cat Monk, kind of a friend of ours band. They're great. Yourselves as well, pretty good for a boogie. I like it. I think if you look hard enough and you do your homework, you'll find something that you'll love. And go and see it and support it, because if you don't support it, it will disappear.
What do you think of the music scene like now in Coventry?
There's more of it than there was back then.
Yeah.
There are 4 rehearsal facilities I can think of in Coventry. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There isn't one. There wasn't one back then.
Yeah.
Okay. If you were in a band, you had to get all your gear. You had to know somebody with a van.
Yeah.
You know, you had to have your own PA and your own drums and your own back line, and you had to lug it to the back room of a pub. Okay, so you had to be over 18, more or less, to do that, right? Which, but you had more places to play, I think, especially with punk rock back then.
Yeah.
You know, I remember going to see the Targets at the Swanswell down there. Okay, which is now the one on the corner there, and the what used to be the Bug and Black Bat was called. Okay, was the Coventry Climax, and there were bands on there, and the Dive Bar, which is now Rosie Malone's. There were bands on there, and there used to be a pub which got knocked down up Whitefriars called the Hope and Anchor, and there were always bands on there up the Gosford Street, the Hand and Heart. You could see bands up there. But that's what punk rock did to kids. You know, it's like football. Nah. Pop groups. Yeah. And so now in Coventry you can see bands at Golden Cross.
Yes.
Where else?
Taylor John.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Casbar. Pubs around.
Yeah. I don't think there are. So I could say there are more groups because there are more people playing guitars, and I think the standard of musicianship for children, for teenagers is better than it was. It's better now than it was then. But I don't think there are as many places to play.
No, there's definitely not.
But I've heard some quite interesting stuff when I've been in rehearsal rooms. I've heard some rubbish, but there was some rubbish. There's always rubbish. There's always out of the 50 local bands, there's going to be 2 that are any good or that do anything. It's always going to be like that.